11 days awake, no sleep, no naps, no blinking out for even a second. That's the longest a human has ever gone without shutting their eyes on purpose, and by the end, his brain was falling apart in real time. So here's the question. If you had to give up one of them completely, sleep or food, which one would actually kill you first? Let's set the rules first. No cheating, no microsleeps, no sneaking a granola bar. Total sleep deprivation on one side, total food deprivation on the other. Water is allowed in both cases, because dehydration alone can kill in days, and that's not the experiment we're running. We're isolating two systems your body depends on every single day, and we're asking which one it can survive longer without. Sounds simple. It is not. Start with food, because it's the one your instincts already understand. Skip a meal and you get cranky. Skip a day and your stomach growls loud enough to embarrass you in a meeting. But your body is not actually panicking yet. It's adapting. Within a day, it burns through your liver's stored sugar. By day 2 or 3, it shifts into a backup system, breaking down fat for energy. This process is called ketosis, and it can keep your brain running for a surprisingly long time. Your body, it turns out, planned for famine. It just didn't plan for what modern life would do to your nights. Now stack sleep deprivation next to that. Day 1 without sleep, you're groggy, irritable, maybe reaching for a 4th coffee. Day 2, your reaction time craters. Studies have shown that after roughly 17 to 19 hours awake, your coordination and judgment resemble someone who is legally drunk. Not tired, drunk. And your body was never built with a backup plan for this the way it was for food. There's no ketosis for sleep. There's no stored reserve you can dip into. When the sleep debt comes due, it comes due immediately, and it comes due in your brain first. Here's where the scenario starts to escalate. Because food deprivation and sleep deprivation don't feel like fair opponents once you actually watch what happens hour by hour. Let's go deeper into the food side first, because the data here is startling in a different way than you'd expect. During World War II, physiologist Ansel Keys ran what's now called the Minnesota starvation experiment, restricting the diets of conscientious objectors to observe the effects of near-total food deprivation over months. The men lost enormous amounts of body weight, became obsessed with food, grew depressed and irritable. But here's the twist. It took months, not days, for the body to reach a genuinely life-threatening state. Complete fasting studies, meanwhile, have documented healthy adults going 30, even 40 days without any food at all, under medical supervision, and surviving. Your body, when starved, essentially eats itself in a controlled, almost methodical way. Muscle. Then fat reserves. Organs are protected as long as possible. It's brutal, but it's slow, and slow means survivable for a shockingly long window. Now go back to sleep, and stack this same kind of scrutiny on it. In 1964, a 17-year-old named Randy Gardner decided to break the world record for staying awake as a science fair project. He made it to 264 hours, just over 11 days. Sleep researcher William Dement from Stanford monitored him for part of that stretch, and what he documented wasn't graceful decline. It was a system failing in stages. Hallucinations by day 3, paranoia. Memory lapses so severe Gardner couldn't finish sentences he'd started seconds earlier. His body temperature regulation glitched. His ability to concentrate essentially collapsed. And remember, he survived. Barely, and only because he was a healthy teenager under constant supervision, with no other stress on his system. Push that experiment into an uncontrolled setting, add any underlying health issue, any accident risk from impaired coordination, and the outcome looks very different. But surviving 11 days without sleep sounds like it settles the question, right? Food takes weeks to become fatal. Sleep took 11 days and the guy walked away. Case closed, food wins. Except that's not actually what the real science says happens if you push sleep deprivation to its true biological limit, rather than its psychological one. There's a study that almost nobody outside of sleep science has heard of, and it changes the entire picture. In the 1980s, researcher Alan Rechtschaffen at the University of Chicago ran an experiment on rats using a rotating platform that forced them to stay awake indefinitely by threatening to drop them into water if they fell asleep. The results were brutal. Every single rat died, not from stress, not from the water. Total sleep deprivation, sustained past what any human volunteer has ever ethically been pushed to, was fatal in every case, typically within 2 to 3 weeks. Their bodies lost the ability to regulate temperature. Their immune systems collapsed. Necrotic lesions appeared on their skin, seemingly unrelated to anything except the total absence of sleep. Something about deep, uninterrupted sleep loss doesn't just impair the brain, it appears to break the entire body's ability to maintain itself. So here's the real answer, and it's not the one your gut expects walking in. Total food deprivation, in a well-hydrated, otherwise healthy adult, can typically be survived for somewhere around 30 to 60 days before it becomes fatal. Total, uninterrupted sleep deprivation, if it were somehow sustained with 0 microsleeps and 0 relief, appears to become fatal in a matter of weeks as well, based on the only controlled data we have, and it likely does catastrophic damage far sooner than that. The honest answer is that these two survival windows are much closer to each other than almost anyone assumes. Food buys you more raw time, but sleep deprivation dismantles your judgment, your coordination, and your basic physical safety so much faster that in the real world, outside of a lab, sleep loss kills people first. Not through some slow biological shutdown, but through the crashes, the falls, the mistakes that impaired brains make with lethal timing. That's the twist most people never think about. It's not really a race to see which system fails last. It's a race to see which one takes you down with it on the way. Now bring this back to your actual life, because you're not stranded on a desert island choosing between starvation and insomnia. You're choosing, most nights, whether to stay up for one more episode, one more scroll, one more hour of work. And the data on chronic partial sleep loss, the kind almost everyone reading this lives with, tells a quieter version of the same story. Research on sustained short sleep has linked it to impaired memory, weakened immune function, and measurably higher accident risk, all from something as ordinary as consistently getting 6 hours instead of 8. You're not running the extreme experiment, but your body doesn't know the difference between a lab and a Tuesday night. It responds to the debt either way. So the next time you're weighing a missed meal against a missed night of sleep, remember what the science actually shows. Your body was built with a slow, methodical backup plan for hunger, one that can buy you weeks. It was never built with an equivalent plan for sleep. There is no reserve tank. There is no ketosis for exhaustion. When the debt comes due, it comes due in your judgment, your coordination, and your safety, almost immediately. 11 days awake nearly broke a healthy teenager under a scientist's careful watch. 60 days without food can still leave a well-hydrated adult walking and talking. So which one would actually kill you first? The honest answer is that sleep gets there faster, and it doesn't wait for your body to run out of anything. It just waits for you to make one mistake too many.